Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you all how to get this modern farmhouse build on The Sims 4. As you can see, I'm kind of finishing up the trees and final touches, at least on the front part. This is just going to be how I get this basic frame and these front windows and porch. I can do a tutorial on the rest of it later and some of the decor. As you can see here, I am laying out my frame. I can never seem to figure out when it's not even. Here I am just lowering it to make it the same height, and then I'm really just gonna start building up the walls. I'm gonna cut here. I really just built the walls, 1 story on the side, 2 stories, and I can do a tutorial on roofing later if that's something that would interest y'all. Here I'm just kind of playing with the roofing and the shape of I want on the overall house. I wasn't really sure what to do with this area. I definitely played with it a lot. So I start by just taking out these walls and deleting the upper roof. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill those in so it actually completes the house. And I always do that. I always don't have it on the right level. So finishing that, I go ahead, cut there. I just finished that out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add that final half hip roof.
I just lost it.
And this is like the same thing that I use for all of my porches, patios. Here I am sizing it. Alright, looks good. There's the frame. I do end up playing with that a little bit later, but I will show y'all what I finally did. Some people like that more square look. I do like to have, you know, some different angles in the house. So I'm gonna go ahead and color the roof. I used that dark against that white, that very modern farmhouse, you know, staple. I'm gonna go ahead. This is trying to find the perfect color. Obviously that was not it. Here we go. Just want to base it, like, I can't tell though when I do white colors if I have anything on it or if it's just the end until I'm like zooming in later. That's like where it's the worst, and I'm finding these blank like wall slats like halfway through. Like I have this whole storyline going in my Sims. Well, I basically finished the paint on all sides. I hope that I got them all. So yeah, I will go more into, if y'all want me to go further into like windows and things in the back. I really did just focus for this first video on the beginning part. And then you can see me here. I basically just take that wall from the far left side and all the way to the right just to create that little porch. And then I'm going to take that half-hipped roof again, extend it all the way to cover it, and then lower it to as low as it goes. This is the best way I found to get the porch that I want. Especially you can do this with wraparound porches too, and I can do a tutorial if that's something that y'all would want to see. So you see it's just like a little room in the front of the house. It could be cute if you wanted to keep it that way. This house is in my gallery if anyone wants to just download it. So over here I go ahead and take those walls off. I replace them, and then oops. They did not match. So I replace them here, and then I'm going to start adding my columns. This is so hard for me always to figure out like where I want to place them. It takes me forever. Yeah, it's just so hard to center those things. I can also do tutorials, you know, if y'all want. I've been doing a lot of walk-in showers. I've been doing a lot of under the stairs rooms. These are just things that I have had a lot of fun doing. Some underwater rooms where you have the pool all around you. Those are so much fun to do. I have a lot of builds like that on my gallery. As you can see, I'm still trying to perfect how to get these columns. After that, I'm going to go ahead and just add the fencing. It took me so long to figure out how to do the fencing correct that it's so embarrassing because it's such a simple thing. But it is confusing because I feel like it's either fill the whole thing, and it took me so long to just find that clip where you could just do it like a wall. And so here I am, was trying to find the perfect gate. Is always a struggle, the perfect match. Especially like just to fit the kind of door that I like. I always struggle with that for sure. So I ended up settling on this gate, and then just to make it look like a little bit more natural, I like to take this tool and go ahead and just sort of add the dirt around the house. It just makes it look, you know, more realistic, and it gives, you know, some room for a garden and all of those cool things. So I'm going to go ahead and take that, did it all the way around the house. And I'm going to start placing windows. This is something that I'm still definitely learning. So feel free to do the windows as you like. I really just switched it to modern so I could find the right windows. And I wasn't sure what to do here. I did play with it a little bit before this, but then I ultimately just decided I think that, well, I think that I just wanted to do a little patio, which I will also fence in, just put some little chairs there. On my TikTok, you can see my final results with all my decorations. This is really just how I got the basis of the house. I did want to play with the fencing a little bit. I do like the fence now, but you know, I always feel like I need to branch out more. And I did like wonder if I should do a different fencing here. I still wonder that, but just to make it all flow, I think that the ending up going with the same fencing was a good idea. See, I tried this other white fence, and I went ahead, and when I didn't mind the two different fences. It just wasn't right at the time. And then so I went ahead and just switched it back after I saw it on the front porch. It's gonna take me a second to find that. So I played with the windows here a little bit. I'm still not sure on that top area. You know, it's hard when you do like a white, just because it's just hard to fill in all of those spaces. So as I add some more windows and things like that, it's starting to actually form what we want out of this. So I do like adding stuff to roofs. That's something that I definitely wasn't doing when I started building, and it does, just like little details like that do add a lot to a house, especially when you're not doing like a brick house or things like that. And I do love the solar panels so much. But I didn't really work it into this one. It might be something that I end up doing later, and I do update those in my gallery. So I just kind of messed with having some awnings over here. I wasn't sure about that one either. I thought maybe just a plant, but I thought it, you know, broke up all the plane a little bit. And then I always love, like, I still haven't switched that fence yet. That will be something I need to do. I love trying to just play with all the flowers and the different things that I can do. And so some of the packs that I have, I think like the main ones that I used for this, I mean, all of it's, I'm not sure what pack the roof is. I feel like the base of this house is definitely doable. Probably with the base game, you could get something pretty close to this. Some of the things that like I do use on the inside, require spa day, university. For the walk-in showers, you either need to have university or snowy escape, I think, just to be able to customize those showers and not have the pre-built showers. So as I work on these upper windows, I do like to do something simple on the top floor because it does make doing the back easier. I kind of just follow the same window pattern, and I start to kind of decide where I want my rooms on the inside before I do my like whole windows all around the house, because I don't want like a giant window in the bathroom. I guess if you just are big on curtains, then that's not a big thing. So here's where I started to kind of mess with those different angles, and I really like how this turned out. I put a living room here that was very vibrant, had a lot of color, and I like that you can see it from the outside. It did tie in pretty well. You take this, and I love doing these shapes, I really do. It did fit in just fine with the roof, and you just delete the little outside wall that you have left. And then look at that. You just gotta delete that last wall. Okay, I gotta delete the last wall. Okay, look at that, how cute. And then of course, I'm gonna fill that with windows, and I did put a little garden there. I love doing gardens because I think it's so cute when you're on the inside and you can see the little Sims garden. So I did do big windows here. I was so confused on how to fit this. Okay, here we go, here we go. Oh my goodness. The panic. Sometimes in the middle, I mean, I built this whole house and I'm like, how do I play Sims again? Where do I go? Here we go. Okay, it's coming together. Look how cute that is. You have that little area the little Sims family can hang out in. It adds a lot to the front of the house, I think, when there's like where you can see sort of the vibe that's in the house from the front. I always think that's cute. And then of course windows, windows, windows. That is the name of the game. For me, I know back when I first started building, like my whole houses would be windows. You couldn't see anything else. I'm still trying to get off of that, but I definitely have been doing a bunch of different styles. I've been trying to work on, you know, tree house builds, beach house builds, garden-y builds. If there's anything that y'all want to see, I definitely want to branch out into some new stuff. You're starting to see here, I did like this little circular window. I know it's a little different. You know, there are the square options and things like that if that is something that you think looks better. Obviously, you can get creative with any sort of build that you do. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. You can always customize it to how you think. So the back, obviously, I did not do in this video. I can do that later if y'all want. But here is how it looks. Super cute.